Hola, 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 hola a todos. Hola mi gente. ¿Cómo están? Hi everybody. I hope you are good. It is so good to be doing this live. I'm jumping straight in because it's an exciting day. It's an exciting evening. I mean, it's evening where I am, but it's an exciting time for us at HCN because we're actually doing this live. Like, we talked about it and we made it happen. And the girls are okay. Let's add the girls. Hola, 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 welcome. It's my girls.
Hola a todos. Hola, 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 hola.
Guys, I'm so gassed.
I'm so excited.
Yo no puedo ver bien.
¿No me ves? Te veo.
I can see her. I can see her fine.
I can see both of you guys.
Maybe iOS phone's catching up.
Are
Sí,
you on
creo que sí.
are you using an Android phone?
Sí.
No, because sometimes that happens where when some of my Android peeps they join live, they can't see everybody, so that might be why.
Okay, but you can hear Diane though.
Sí, pero yo quiero ver a ella también.
Maybe she'll come on screen in a bit for you.
Or should I come off and then turn back on again?
You can try that.
Okay, one sec.
While you're doing that, we'll just start talking. So, oh, everybody left. Okay. They just left me. That's fine. That's okay. I'm 1/3 of Hermosas Chicas Negras. The other 2/3 were here and they will be joining right back in a second. But hi everyone, please wave if you're watching. Okay, I was back. Hey, how are you?
I can still not see her, así que tenemos que hacer como eso.
She only just came back in, so please see her now.
When I left, it kicked me off the car, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I was like, I've been abandoned. I was like, guys, I'm 1/3 of HCN. Okay, I'm 1/3.
Okay, I know.
Today? How are you both?
I am good. Sorry, Diane, by the way, if I happen to speak over you, I apologize because I genuinely can't see you. So I apologize just in case I do. But I am good, thank you. You know what's so funny? I'm laughing. Like the way we were so gassed to see each other, like we weren't just talking before we...
I
know. Literally in the group chat.
Yeah, but no, I'm good. I'm good, Hermosa. ¿Cómo estás tú, Diane?
I'm good, thank you. Guys, please. Perdóname, lo siento if I'm coughing. Your girl has a chest infection, so I have my water. Yeah, it's been a long week.
Oh, no.
Wow,
it's been a long week.
Lo siento.
But I'm medicated up. I got what I need to get. I have my water here. But if I'm like tosiendo over here, please forgive me. It's because I had a chest infection.
Okay? This is the show must go on, and you are a trooper. You're a trooper.
Wait, Diane, what was that thing you said? If you're what in over there?
Tosiendo. Tos. If I have a cough, tos.
Tosiendo. Okay, I wasn't sure like what you said. I wasn't sure if it was like I was thinking, could we Englishify coughing? Like this morning I was thinking about hand sanitizer.
Oh, gosh.
For context to everybody watching, we often will say, instead of saying the Spanish word for something, we will just say the English word and roll the R and just make it Spanish. So let's say hand sanitizer. Like, who's gonna stop? Who's gonna check us? Who's gonna check us?
Con el énfasis, ¿no?
Literal.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw it over to one of you guys. What are we doing here today? Like, we've actually not shown our faces for a long time, and then we came back like, hey guys, join our lives. So maybe we should tell the people then where we've been, what's been going on in our individual lives collectively. Because I don't know, I'm assuming people know this. Outside of HCN, we are friends, so we just, live life. So yeah.
Oh my God, Paula, are we friends? Oh my God!
Don't give the people drama. There is no drama here, guys.
This is a business arrangement, okay? el equipo.
No, there is no drama here. We are friends. Hermosas Chicas Negras, for the record, we are friends off camera. Please.
Y nada más. Y eso.
Y
punto. But yeah, no, Paula. No, sorry. So what did you say, like, in terms of what's been going on? Okay, cool. So who wants to kick us off? Diane? I can't see your beautiful hermosa face, so maybe you should kick us off.
Sure. So outside of, I guess, detrás de la cámara, like behind the camera, behind the scenes, what's been going on for me personally? How long is it? It's been a while.
It's been a
Actually
while.
been a while. I guess I'll start with personally, and then we can kind of go into what's been going on HCN wise. Personally, in the last año, perdónanos, por favor, you know, forgive us.
I mean, we posted in summer.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We have been posting. We have been posting, and we've been here. We've been about. You know, the Instagram account has been active. But honestly, your girl has been working, trabajando mucho, de verdad. I've literally been a working gal. Like, unfortunately, in your 20s, that's what you have to do to pay the bills because you know they expect them to be paid every month. So honestly, guys, I've been working outside of HCN. I don't know if people know or not, but I'm a writer. So I've been doing that personally, been trying to like spend more time outside as well. I feel like this last year I was truly outside. I went to Spain with my mom, and that was great. Yeah, I feel like I've been outside. Like, I've been traveling for work, I've been on holiday, and truly just trying to like sumergirme un poquito en la cultura, like going to different restaurants and stuff like that. Your girl has been trying. The Spanish has been Spanishing. Praise God.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's where I've been, man. I've been outside. If anyone wants to know where Diane has been, Diane
we outside.
We outside, okay?
Wait.
Been outside.
En español, nosotras afueras.
Estamos afuera.
Estamos afuera.
Estamos afuera.
Estamos afuera, mi merch. Okay? That's where I've been. Oh, so sorry, guys. I forgot. As well, a big thing that I've been doing, like, behind the scenes, which you'll actually be able to see maybe a little bit of in the upcoming season, is reconnecting with my Cuban side. Girls! The girls have been really reconnecting. Like, it's been really interesting. I worked with a Spanish coach in between, like, us not being like about like that, and really done some deep internal work in regards to connecting back with my Cuban heritage. So yeah, it's been a journey.
I love that.
Love that for you.
Okay, I'm assuming that's the Cuban flag in the comments.
Yes, that's my girl. That's my coach, Renee. Languages with Renee. Thank you.
Oh,
yeah, I love that. Io, do you want to go next? What's been happening in your life?
Oh, that's amazing. What's been happening in my life? Goodness,
where do I been happening in your life? A lot has gone on, bro. A lot.
I guess to summarize, like when people have been asking me recently, like, "Oh, how are you?" Hey, Renee. When when people be asking me, like, "Oh, how are you?" Honestly, the summary of it is I've been learning, I've been growing, I've been stretched. Like, there was end of last year, I felt like I was in a big pruning season. Like, you both know, like there were many days where I was crying, just feeling overwhelmed, but through it all, just being like, okay, God, like you're just strengthening me through. So that's like the holistic answer. But generally speaking, I've just been growing as an individual in my business, in my work. There's been a pivot in like my career, so just growing that as well. And also just like preparing for the future stuff God has for me, just like on a personal level, professional level, spiritual level, like international level, just so
all the levels.
Literally. And in terms of just like Spanish, honestly, so Deanna and I sometimes have conversations on a weekend. We haven't been as consistent recently, but there have been some, like with my Spanish, mi español ha mejorado un montón. Like, it's like, mi español, estoy hablando en español sin pensando, literalmente, estoy fluyendo con todo. Y, another thing is, I now found a Spanish church, a Latino church.
And Miente is Colombiana.
Yes, represent.
Oh wait,
represent.
Do the people know? Oh no, we'll go into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's been really good, and it's really helping me like get out of my comfort zone. Because like, I realize when I'm speaking to people or speaking Spanish with people who maybe aren't natives, like I'm a lot more confident. But when it comes to speaking con los nativos, it's like I'm feeling in my mind that, oh, they're gonna know that I'm not one of them. But it's so interesting how the mind works, because they are showing me nothing but love. Like, tú hablas español bastante bien, mi amor. And like, you know, they're so gassed. Like, we be speaking and we be trying, but in my mind I'm like, oh no, I'm not good enough, whatnot, blah blah blah. So I've really just been battling and fighting that. And so yes, it's been really good going to my church first and then going to the Spanish church, and genuine community. Like when I say, my mom was so baffled, how can I get to church at 12:30 or just before 12:30 and I'm there till 8 p.m? Like, literally, that was it some of the days. Now, because I have dance school on Sundays, I can't stay till that long, so I'm leaving like at 5 p.m. But I'm like, that's just, yeah. So those are some updates in mi vida.
I love that.
Love it for
Yeah,
you.
it has been a really interesting like 6 to 8 months for us. Because yeah, we've been busy as HCN because we did produce a season, but we've also been busy personally, and it's so good to hear you guys. Like, I mean, I'm saying this, I knew all of this stuff already because again, we do talk, so
You
I
know,
did know
and
this,
Paula,
but
of course, we want to know about you
Girl,
because there have been some
the biggest updates,
major.
please. Dile.
so I'm a wife. My husband is here today in the call
And
on his
Mr.
way
and
back from
Mrs. The
work.
Create.
Yes, Mrs. Create. Yeah, my husband's on this call watching. So yeah, what's been happening in the last 6 months? So basically, I very quickly got engaged and married. Since the last few episodes have gone out,
Yeah.
literally it was a 4 month thing. We planned our wedding in 4 months. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yes,
see
with
ahora.
that.
Sorry, I have a limit on my phone for how long I can be on socials. So my phone was like, "Girl, you've been on Instagram way too long. Jump up."
I have that too.
Every single day I'm pressing ignore for the day. So is it really working? I don't know. But yeah,
Oh my god.
so yeah, got engaged last year and planned the wedding really quickly. Got married at the end of last year. Obviously the girls were there and it was incredible. God is so good. I feel so blessed.
Yeah.
But right now it's just like navigating this stage of my life, which hasn't, like, not too much has changed. I'm still very much working the same job, still doing, you know, the usual things, but I'm now doing it in the house with a person, you know. It's like sleeping over at your friend's house, except like your friend's a guy and he sleeps in the same bed as you, you know. Don't mind me, guys. This is not what I came here to speak about. But no, in terms of Spanish, where I am with Spanish, it's so interesting because in so many ways I've gone backwards, but in so many ways I've gone forwards because I'm not actually actively learning Spanish anymore. It's actually so embarrassing to say out loud. I'm not actively learning Spanish anymore. I'm no longer doing lessons. I'm no longer studying the language in that way. But I'm still passively absorbing Spanish. I watch a lot of Spanish TV still, and I read the Bible in Spanish. And I have Spanish-speaking friends. So I'm realizing I can still understand, like, even you guys going in and out of Spanish, it's not like I've lost understanding of the language. I can still understand very much, but I'm not speaking much Spanish at all. It wasn't like a conscious I'm over Spanish kind of thing. I still love it, but for the 4 months I was planning the wedding, Spanish was not here, I promise. It wasn't number one. It wasn't even number 5, okay? So I didn't really have time to like continue with it. And now that I am married, I'm on the other side and we have more routines. It is something I'm like, maybe I'll pick up again this year, but right now it's just not a priority. And I think I'm also really happy that when I paused with Spanish was at a stage that I had already got enough vocabulary to be able to understand Spanish. So I can still understand. Because I was scared, okay, you pause Spanish, you're going to lose it. But when people say it's like riding a bike, they are not kidding. I still understand the language. I do wish I was at a stage where I could speak back so that part of it was still moving, but I'm not there yet. You know, I can't tell the future. Like, it might be a thing where this changes very, very soon. But as of now,
Yeah.
there were just other priorities creatively, with my time, with my energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to make sure we have food to eat. I'm trying to make sure,
Come on.
you know, I'm trying to make sure, you know, like, so yeah, it's just really funny. So many things have changed.
Yeah.
And one of them is Spanish is not my priority right now.
Yeah.
So that's been an interesting adjustment personally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For those watching right
No,
now,
I know.
I was shaking in their boots, shaking and quaking, like, what's gonna happen? What's going on? How is this gonna affect HCN? Guys, we're getting there. We're getting
We're
there.
getting
Trust me.
there. I still love the languages. This is not like an anti, oh, I've dropped it kind of like, don't even say hola to me vibes. It's not that. It's not that. But yeah, some things will be changing. Okay, on that vein,
Yeah.
one of you wants to jump in. What will be changing? Should we start what will be changing about season 3?
I think we should start with season 3 because we've
Okay.
been
Yeah.
promising for them season 3 for a long periodically.
Yeah, I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that we've been promising it, guys, we weren't lying. There is a
Right.
season 3
That is,
Weren't. We
of
it's
the
all
podcast.
recorded as well.
It's all recorded. It's all recorded. Is it edited? It's recorded though. It's recorded. Who would like to just basically talk through season 3?
Do you want to go ahead?
So season 3, essentially, not me clearing my throat. So season 3, essentially, like we said, everything has been edited. And in terms of season 3, it's very much like, oh, sorry.
She's speaking in the text that she was hoping for, you know? That's what's going on here. That's what's happening.
Sorry, that was an accident. I meant to say everything has been recorded, yet to be edited. Well, some of it has been edited, but essentially, the long story short of it, like full transparency, we outsourced the editing and basically the relationship with the editor. It just basically went left, and then yeah, so we thought we were gonna get our footage in time. Paula's looking like this brother. Like, yeah, we thought we were gonna get our.
Stop! We're not naming and shaming. We're not naming and shaming.
No, we're not doing that. So we thought we were going to have our content editing and it didn't. And as we've expressed that, there are loads of transitions going on in all of our lives. Like it was just a really hard thing to just keep on top of, even like staying, it was just draining essentially. And so, yeah, what season 3 looks like is by God's special grace. We are going to get it out to you at some point in 2024, but we just can't give you a date. And that's again just because we're all in different seasons and we're all adapting to different routines. So yeah, by God's special grace, please be praying for the favor, for the grace. And hey, if you speak Spanish and you want to, like, sorry ladies, I know we didn't speak about this, but this is just me putting it out here. Like if you speak Spanish and you know want to edit some videos, like literally please send us an email. It's in our bio. Send us a DM, because honestly, like, we are stretched, so we need support essentially. So yeah, so that's season 3, and it's all like Spanish immersion and culture. So we have 3 sit-down episodes, and then we have 3 real-life episodes, but I won't give too much. But that's the gist of season 3 essentially. Is there anything else you want to add to that, Paula?
I was gonna say, Diane, if you wanted to like break down a bit more about what's different with this season, because I think that was something specifically you were passionate about us switching up.
Definitely. Honestly, I think all of our hearts were really broken when it came to season 3 not being able to get out, because this season we really went all out in terms of trying to give you guys something different, speak to kind of the needs that you guys were asking about. Like we've done season 1, we did season 2, we spoke about the tips, we did the sit down stuff, and a lot of people wanted to see like Spanish in action, and that is a large part of what season 3 is about, to be honest. Like half of the season, as I said, was in the studio. We had a little bit of a sit down. However, like the topics that we were talking about, the way in which we were kind of bringing you guys into the Spanish language and kind of our journey into the Spanish language was very, very different. So we spoke about immersion, we spoke about culture, we did activities, like we had vlogs. Like genuinely, I'm so excited for you guys to see season 3 when it does come out, because I feel like it really speaks to not just learning the mechanics of a language and a kind of the technical side of learning a language, but season 3 really, really focused on how language and culture bridges a gap, and how you can't explore one without exploring the other. And I think as HCN, it's really, really, and it has been really important to us, even just in terms of like our logo, our branding. Like, we use the flags for the countries like that we are representing or that we're engaging with when it comes to Spanish. Culture is such an important part of the language learning process, and just it's really imperative for that to be something that HCN kind of explored. So season 3 is really, really different, but I think that you guys will really, really love it. So I'm really excited for it to kind of just be out there for public consumption, because I think it goes to not just Spanish as a language, but also the cultures attached to this language. And also it gives people kind of an insight that if you're looking to learn Spanish specifically and you're from the UK, if you're in London, there is plentiful opportunity to engage with a community that is already there. And we want to show you guys that you're not starting from scratch. So yeah, that's a little bit about season 3, man, because trust and believe. If you guys are crying, the girls are crying with you. Like, we have been trying. Las chicas están llorando, okay? We've really been trying to get this out for you guys. But by his grace, soon come.
Yeah, honestly.
You said what needed to be said. I'm super excited, and I think it will be worth the wait. Okay, so the girls and guys, because HCN's for the girlies and the guys.
Okay.
No discrimination here. But yeah, for people watching that are like, hey, okay.
Mi patronas, que lo que, espero que estén bien.
Hola. ¿Qué significa, perdón, qué significa patronas?
Patronas? I've never heard of the word patronas, but I assume it's like chicas amigas.
I think I've heard it. I've heard Ricky say it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Nunca he escuchado.
Okay, ¿cómo? Dale con tu ritmo dominicana, mi amor. Okay.
Yo no sé qué decir. Yo no sé qué decir. Pero Paula estaba hablando, mi amor. What would you say?
Back to me. So yeah, like we've talked about season 3, and obviously we've just mentioned like different things going on in our lives as individuals, as well as the girls, as well as HCN. What does the rest of HCN in its entirety look like? Obviously, God is in control, and we don't know the future. But what are some of our plans? You know, with me shaking things up and being like, "Bye, Spanish." So maybe I'll start. I'll start to answer it first.
Yeah.
Basically, so obviously I'm not actively learning Spanish at the moment, and I was kind of I'm I would say a beginner intermediate level, where I was self-taught, and you know, I was just kind of going with the flow, enjoying learning the language, and definitely at a stage where I'm just like more passively enjoying Spanish, and that kind of means that HCN in its entirety for me is no longer what I want to do right now. So I guess this is my farewell party.
So long, farewell to you, my friend.
I'm screaming. No, I thought she was singing The Sound of Music.
That's what she was. That's what she was.
Screaming.
I'm so sorry.
This is just to say, like, moving forward, HCN will look very, very different outside. Oh, there's a crying emoji.
Listen, the people. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Girl, trust me. The people are praying. Dion has been praying too. Trust and believe it.
Please, Dion. Please, if you find me an extra 2 hours a day or a week, I'll even manage that. But right now, Paula is going to be stepping away from HCN post this season, so post season 3, because I'm still actively doing production for it. But once this season's done, I will be gracefully stepping away, and these 2 ladies will be the leading ladies of HCN. But HCN will look very different. It's going to be less of a rigid, structured podcast and more of a lifestyle community. And obviously, we don't know exactly what that will look like, but it just means that the podcast in itself will change and shift a bit. So yeah, kind of sad. I definitely am sad that I am leaving for now, because obviously we came together and we had a really defined vision from the beginning. I think people will be so surprised about how from the first meeting we were just like, this is ordained, like we're supposed to be doing it. Like we just had such a united like view of what God was calling us to do with
Yeah.
HCN. And I don't feel like that was wrong. I feel like I was completely right, but I live my life very much in seasons. And once the season is done, I'm ready and geared ahead for my next season.
Yeah.
And the next season for me looks like some different stuff, like some different creative production things. And I no longer have the capacity to produce. Have I said before that I produced the podcast? But yeah, I produced the podcast.
Yeah,
So
this would be a good time to say it. No, you haven't. I don't think.
I produce the podcast, so I shoot and I edit and I
Come on
edit the
now.
video. So I love it. I really do. I feel like it's been one of the best creative productions I've ever done, and I've learned so much doing it, and have definitely grown. And I just know that to continue it at the capacity that, like the quality that I always aimed for, I just can't do that in the future. So yeah, but this is not the end of HCN as it is, because the girls have some plans. So what's it looking like for you guys?
See,
Ayo, do you want to go ahead?
thank you so much for saying Ayo, because the way I can't see
That's
you,
why
I'm like, Lord, I don't want to talk over her. But you can see me though, right?
Yes.
Maybe I should have just joined with my iPhone. Who told me to come and be joining with my Android today?
Not you with your two phones, you still chose the Android.
Excuse me, I don't like the shade. I do not like the shade. I do not like the shade. Anywho, moving on swiftly. So what does, sorry, Paula, remind me, what was your question again? Sorry.
Somebody said Android.
Camilla? For context, for everyone who's going to be watching this back, Camilla has just put in the comments Android with the eyes emoji. Camilla, that's just not on. It's just not on.
She has a point. Camilla's
Community at this point.
for the people.
She is speaking para la
Let's
gente.
just say it's nice to have the best of both worlds. Okay. But what's it called? So Paul, remind me one more time. What was your question again?
What does HCN look like post season 3 for you two ladies?
Yes. So post season 3 definitely looks like low level lifestyle content. We want to make this sustainable and scalable at the same time. So sustainability looks like us actually having the capacity to do the vision, to carry out the vision that God has given us. So definitely, like, for example, Deanna and I were even speaking about, we already have conversations. Again, we haven't been consistent in the past few weeks, if not like maybe 1 or 2 months, but we already have conversations. So maybe just say, for example, screen recording one of our conversations. We go out, when we go out, it's like, yo no entiendo el inglés, mi amor, solo en español. Like, we do these things when we go out. So it's probably just that recording some of that stuff. And yeah, also gonna have like personal videos. So for example, I do my Bible study, I read my Bible in Spanish. Like, that's something that's so normal to me. So maybe just one time having my camera set up and then showing you that process, and just, yeah, so it's going to be low level in a sense, so it's scalable, but then just like the real life. Like, I think we are transitioning, not to say like polished is bad, because of course not, like there's a time and a space, but I think now we're just really going into like the day in the life sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I would say. Deanne, how about you?
I love that, first and foremost. And I just want to clarify para la gente que no saben, like for the people that don't know, when I says low level, that does not communicate low quality, because that is one thing that personally,
gracias mi amor,
yo no puedo. Like, la calidad is going to be the same. Like, don't worry about that kind of side of things. But I think season 3 is a really, really good jump into what beyond for HCN kind of looks like. So season 3, we really showcased the lifestyle, the lived language that is Spanish, and how we're living in Spanish. And that's really what we kind of want to continue with when it comes to season 4 and beyond. So for me, I think similar to some of the lifestyle stuff that we've done, even just like on our social media, showcasing what real study time looks like, showcasing us, because even Ayo and I went to Latino Life, the festival, the last one that they had just put on, showcasing and really just kind of bringing you guys along into what learning Spanish looks like, living in
Same.
London as people who are inside and outside of the
Mhm.
community. And just
Same.
just showcasing really what learning a language looks like that doesn't look like the general polyglot style video on YouTube, if that makes sense. So it's just about bringing you guys into, okay, what does learning this language actually look like? And I think showcasing to people what the commitment really looks like, because we understand that learning a language is a commitment, but I think what we really, really want to show is what that looks like practically. So whether we're going to dance class, or if, like I said, showcasing what she's learning when it comes to doing Bible study in Spanish. And I think also one of the reasons why we wanted to do this and go live and have this conversation was because season 3 was birthed out of the feedback that you guys had given us. So season 4 and beyond is also going to be birthed out of that feedback. So you guys wanted us to be speaking in Spanish. We have vlogs speaking in Spanish. You guys wanted to see what interacting with the language look like. That's what we're showing you. So I guess when it comes to season 4, although there will be a shift, HCN is responsive to what it is that the wider community also needs. HCN was born out of, you know what I mean? Like, there was nobody in the language learning space at the time who looked like us, who was doing what we were doing, who were from the UK. Big part of it being from the UK, okay? There weren't people that looked like us doing what we were doing. So if there are needs that are still not being met and we can meet them, those are things that we are open to. So yes, it will be a lot more lifestyle content. It will be a lot more hablando en español, porque we know that that's what you guys want. But also, what else you guys need is something that we're willing to respond to when it comes to season 4 and beyond.
Yes, ma'am.
Esto. Sí.
Yes.
Así que yo creo que Camila says, okay, pioneers. ¿Cómo se dice pioneers en el español? Es como
pionera, pero
pionera.
vamos a ver.
You always pick words we don't know, girl.
I think it is pionera, pero I'm gonna check. Dame un segundo, por favor.
See, and also this is another thing as well, just whilst Dion is looking at that, this is another thing that I had to release myself of. Like, if I don't know something, be suffering in silence. I'm like, my friend, will you search it up?
Dictionary, hello, dictionary.
Girl, I was right. La palabra pionero o pionera.
Pionera. Okay.
Es pionero o pionera, pioneer.
Okay. Así que es como pioneras, como juntas. Okay. Please, some of us only speak English and still Google.
Exactly.
No, but you know what? Also, like, I love the fact that you said that, Camilla, because this is also another thing that we really want to showcase as well. Like, there's so many things that go on in our mind as we're learning the language. Like, a veces yo no creo que yo puedo hablar español bastante bien. Like, to translate, like, sometimes I don't feel like my Spanish is good enough because it's literally a battlefield of the mind. And so these are also some of the stuff that we just want to showcase, that we're not here for fun. Like, we want to. We are in this struggle with you, you know, and so
what's also worth mentioning, for me, being someone who when we started this podcast, I was like a year something into it. I really represented people that have just started their journey. I think it's interesting because this lifestyle content is going to show people years of you guys practicing Spanish. Like, you guys have been learning for years, and I think people forget that, and like, your friends come up to you like, oh, Diane, it's so cool you speak Spanish. Oh, I love it. Like, speaking Spanish, so cool. But you guys spent years, like, you dedicated time and effort to this. You both paid a lot for teachers and coaches when needed. You know, you both spent time, like, and you took and I think people actually forget, like, you would look at things outside of our time zone. So you speak to people in other countries, like, doing these practices. So when we now see this content, I want people to, like, see the years of work to it, because we all live in this England. Like, you have to be active in your learning to become to be Spanish speakers.
That's true.
And that's why I realize I don't right now. I'll be honest, please. I'll be honest. I'll be so honest. Yeah. Do I want to put those hours in? No, I do not. And that's why
She
I'm
said not
probably
today, not
not
next
today.
week.
And that's probably why I'm probably gonna like plateau a bit here until I get to a stage of life where again it's a priority and I can actually give it time. Because there's a lot of like, hey, sleep listening to this video and you will speak Spanish fluently. It's just not true. Like you have to put the time and effort into it.
No, for
So
real.
if you just know you're not at that stage where you actually want to be speaking fluently in a year, or you don't mind giving yourself 3 years to slowly learn,
Yeah.
these are not problems. They're not bad things. I
This is
think
it.
you guys showing, like, we've talked about this on the podcast, you guys showing that it's been years in the making. It's not been like, you know, yesterday. It's good, and it's also inspirational because good things are worth the hassle. They're worth the effort. So
No,
yeah.
no,
I'm
no,
so
Paula,
glad that
you
you
said
actually said
you
that.
said today I'm going to preach. You said today I'm gonna
No,
preach.
so you
Whoa.
No, seriously, honestly, I'm so glad that you actually did say that, Paula, because I think as sad as I am, and Paula knows, Paula already knows, everybody knows, I'm so sad. However,
Diana has been like, I'm praying against it. I
yes,
was like,
no,
girl.
listen, actively, it is well. It is
Oh my
well. But I'm
goodness.
so glad that you actually said that. And I think even just the transition that HCN is taking is very, very reflective of the transition of the journey in general. Like there are many people who were in your position, who are in your position, who have been in trying to learn Spanish for a year, 3 years, whatever the case may be. And I've been in this thing for over 9, 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been doing this for a hot minute, and there are very many times in that timeline where I took a step back. Do you know what I mean? So I think that even though the change was something that we were not expecting kind of as we were formulating HCN, I think it's very, very reflective of the reality of what language learning looks like. So as much as this is a sad thing, it is something that I think, if anything, HCN is showing you the real of what language learning actually looks like, because it's not giving like we're waking up at 6 a.m. every day to do an extra hour. Like that is not what this is. Like this is the real language learning journey. You know what I mean? This is very much a journey, and only the Lord knows, like you said, we're not the holders of the future. Do you know what I mean? So only the Lord knows what's going to happen a year from now, how HCN is going to change, what things are going to be offered, going to be different. But I think as much as this is a sad occasion, it is also very reflective of the fact that a life, as we say in Jamaica, like this is life, this is real life, and things change. Do you know what I mean? And if you are going to learn a language, there most likely will be periods of time where you're stepping away. There will be periods of time where you're really on it. There'll be periods of time, like for me in my language learning journey right now, where your entire why has changed and your approach changes. Like there is so much when it comes to this language learning thing, and HCN is really just, I guess, a demonstrator. I also hear you, girl. Yeah, I think HCN is really just a showcase or a demonstrator of what the real language learning thing looks like, and responses are wrong or incorrect. They are just all part of the process. And language learning es un proceso, de verdad. It's a process for real.
Sí. Sí. Eso.
Crazy.
Bueno,
Y punto y ya.
y punto y ya, y nada más, literal.
Nada más. I feel like we have really shared like what's been on our heart and what we, you know, set out to do with this live. If there are any more questions, feel free to comment it down below when we make this a reel, because like Diane says, HCN is so responsive to the fans, the people that watch, the people that listen, people that care about what we gotta say. Again, because this is really three black girls speaking, okay? We're just talking. We're just talking. So if there is anything more you want to know about regarding us, or more that you want us to do on the podcast, or you would like us to thank you, please do let us know, because
thank you.
we'll do it. I was so like delayed. It's actually so funny.
Girl, next time you get on live, bring the iPhone.
Bring the iPhone.
Okay.
We literally said thank you, and I was like, oh wow, that's so nice. I'm like, girl, we saw that 20 minutes ago. Like, we've already greeted her. We've already said thank you.
Wow, the disrespect is mad for Android, you know. Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
Talk is never.
But no, guys.
You know, I'll tell you what the funniest thing is about Camilla's commentary is that she used to be Team Android, yeah. So the way
No, but
she's
it's the right
mocking
side, praise
is
God.
hilarious.
Listen, my husband used to be Team Android, and then we changed, and very soon after we married. So I'm not trying to
Knock
say.
it off quickly. Knock it off.
Oh
I'm
my
not
god.
trying to say. Thank you,
Thank
babe.
you.
Oh, not the babe. Hello.
Why is he putting? First of all, that's the wrong flag. None of us are doing Spanish from Spain. None of us.
Bless him. He tried, Sha.
I will say
Right.
though, that was a really cool thing we all did last year. We all took trips to Spain to practice our Spanish,
Yeah.
and that was really good.
Did I
We went
go to Spain?
Sevilla.
Yes, you
You went to
did.
Sevilla.
Last year?
We went to Sevilla
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah,
Not
before
last
one of
year,
the
but the year
speaking
before.
engagements. Before one of the speaking engagements, no?
That was last year.
Sorry. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot, darling.
She's an international
Sorry.
babe,
Just
you know,
jet
like she gets
setting left, right, and
confused.
centre.
Ella
Jet
está
set.
confundida, you know? It is what it is.
Oh my god, how could I forget I went to Spain? Yeah, that's true. Sorry.
She literally made content. Like, yeah, so we all did.
Yeah.
Do you mean art show? Do you mean HCN? You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Spotify. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts for free. We're there.
Yeah.
But if you would like to actually watch it, you can visibly watch it on YouTube or on Spotify on your phone. But YouTube's the best place to go to watch it. Everything's linked on our Instagram. And then we also make social media content. So there's like loads of stuff we need to go back on. And yeah, shout out to Diane, who's our social media manager. She just makes it happen. So yeah.
March.
It's nice introducing ourselves.
Yeah.
Please forgive me. I just want to say I'm the comment responder. Woo! What is that? It's okay. If you're gonna gas me up, I'm gonna gas myself up. That's it.
I love that you gas yourself up. I really do. I really do. No, that's
guys.
funny. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching this live.
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you
a part
so
of our
much.
conversation. This is really us. Like, we just enjoy each other's company, enjoy speaking, enjoy Spanish. And I really hope that you get to enjoy us more through the content, through social media, through our podcast.
Same.
And yeah, we really love you guys. We appreciate you. There you go.
Yeah. I think just keep your eyes peeled, because obviously we have no date for season 3, but just keep your eyes peeled. The social media stays active regardless. We're always looking at new content and all of that kind of stuff. So
we share a lot of reels.
We do.
A lot of reels.
We really do. So keep your eyes peeled on Hermosas Chicas Negras, at least on IG. When the new stuff is ready, you guys will really be the first to know. So yeah, just keep an eye out for our social media, and by His grace and in His name, it will be out.
Amen.
Coming to a YouTube screen near you, you'll see. In the name of Jesus. Hallelujah.
In the name of Jesus. En el santo nombre de Cristo Jesús.
Amen. Amen. So thank you all so much. And we'll speak to you soon.
What's our outro again?
Ciao.
No, okay, let's go. One, two, three.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Love you for the girl.
Bye.
Adios.
Adios.
Adios.